Hello and welcome! In this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you how to play Nocturne in E flat by Chopin. Now, I've mentioned this before, this is the song that made me fall in love with the piano, but it's also a very difficult song to play. So, in order to make this more accessible to more people, we've created a simpler arrangement of this song that's going to help you learn to play a song that I love and that hopefully you love too. So, let's dive in. We're gonna begin with the melody. So we'll be playing our right hand, and just listen, here's how it sounds. It's so sweet. It's almost like a little bit hopeful, but mournful too. And then you lift up. It's beautiful. So here's how you play it. I'm gonna use my thumb on the B flat. I'm gonna lift up to the G, and then it plays F, G, F, and then E flat. And then you kind of take a breath. Lift your hand, and you're gonna play B flat, G, really smoothly here, C, all the way up to the higher C, and then 2 on G, B flat, A flat, G, and then you can get another lift here if you want, F. My 5 comes to the G, because then I'm set up to play D with my 2, E flat, 2 on the C, lift again, B flat, all the way up to D, and then you're gonna play C, B flat, G, A flat with your 4, and then 1 pivots down and you just step it up to E flat. And that's the melodic theme of the song. So as you practice that, remember to think of it as a beautiful line that's being sung. You need to infuse it with emotion and sweetness. Now, it sounds even better when you pair it with the left hand. The left hand is like our timekeeper. So we're gonna be playing E flat and then G and B flat twice. Then we move up. We keep our 3rd finger on this A flat right here, and then our D is played by our thumb like this. Keep that, and then your 2 finger is gonna shift to C flat, which is the same as B. And then you're gonna play that broken E flat chord again. Your 5 finger drops to D, and you're gonna play the same 2 top notes, but this time I use my 2 finger. Now we're gonna be in a C chord position, C, E, and G, twice. Everybody moves up to F. Then we've got B flat and D flat. Keep your B flat and move your thumb up to E, natural. And then you're gonna play F, A flat, and C. Next, we've got a B flat, and then here, try this, it's so fun. You're gonna play D and F here, and then you're gonna keep your F, and you're gonna place your thumb on A flat. So it's like this. And then 5 on B, F and G. Now we're in a C minor chord. So we've got C, E flat, and G, all the way down to A natural, G flat, which is here, and E flat, and then B flat, F and E flat, B flat, A and D, and then back to that E flat chord. And it's a lot. It's gonna take you a little bit to get that under your fingers and memorize it. Go through it a bunch of times. Use the practice tool to isolate the sections of the song and repeat them, slow them down until you really, really get it. Because once you have that left hand memorized, it becomes very easy to put it all together and you get to sound like this. You can play it nice and slow. And the beautiful thing is it basically repeats. So the left hand is, I'm fairly certain, identical in this next section. And the right hand's very similar, except it gets a little bit extra. It gets some flourishes. So let's take a look at that. We've got a little more going on. So there's extra notes in there, but they're very close together. So we lift up to the G. You can play the F with your 2 finger, up, down to E natural. 3rd hits F, G, and then 3, 2 on E flat. And then you're gonna keep your 2 there and you're gonna walk yourself up to the G, down to B, C, up a half step to D flat, and then put your thumb on C because look it. Now you're ready to place your 3 on F, your thumb goes to the E, your 3 climbs up to A flat, thumb goes to G, 3 climbs up, to the D flat, and then you can play C, G, B flat, A flat. There's a lot going on there. If you practice this enough times, you won't have to think about it. Your fingers, because of how intuitively this little melodic pattern is written, once you get it under your fingers, you'll be like, oh, how did I do that? So take a little extra time here to really nail it down. But when I play this really slowly, hands together, here's how it's going to sound. Sometimes it's harder when you play things slowly. So there you go. It's beautiful. And that fancy little section, it sounds fancy, but really it's just a C chord that's being approached from just like a half step above or a half step below. So it's a fancy way of getting around a C chord. If you want to access the sheet music to this song, we have it in the Pianote song library. You can get it completely free with a 7-day trial linked below this video. So go grab that trial. Then you'll be able to not only access this arrangement, but you'll also be able to use our practice tool. And that'll let you play sections of the song, listen to them back, slow them down, loop them. It is so helpful. So grab that trial. Have fun in there, but let's keep going here. So if we walk down, we're gonna be playing the G into measure 7. We're gonna repeat the G on top, D, E flat, C, and then we've got this little B flat to D, 4 on A flat, thumb takes us down to C, and we walk it up. So let's hear that hands together from measure 7. So my right hand's gonna be up here on F, my left hand's gonna be on B flat. Got it. Now we're walking into a new section of the song. So we're kind of coming from the A section, into a little bit of a diversion. So we could call this the B section. So we're gonna be playing like a different melody. So we've got F, G, F, F, C. Then E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat. Look at that madness. I played each of those E flats with a different finger because each finger will play that note a little bit differently, so it prevents it from being too like repetitive. It gives you a little bit more feeling. So you can practice that 4, 3, 2, 3, and then you've got the D, you're just walking up and down, and then you've got the B flat, and then you reach all the way up to B flat up high, A natural, you're just stepping down, G, F, jump down to D, and then you've got E flat, D, C, D. Now things get a little bit crazy here, I'm not gonna lie. B flat, B natural, then you're gonna be playing C and B flat, then you're gonna be playing A and C, and then you're gonna be playing A flat and D. One more time now. So if we look at measure 12, we're here, simple, 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 B flat, B natural again, and then B flat and C, then A and C, and then A flat and D. So hands together for that section. Well, actually, we should maybe look at the left hand because it does something a little different. B flat, D and F. So B flat, D and F, twice. Then we step down 1 step to A and we come up to F and C. We do that 2 times. Then we've got an A and a C and an E flat. Then we've got that C moving down to a C flat. Then we go to E flat, B and E flat, G and B flat. We do that 2 times. Then we go to E natural, so up a half step, B flat and D flat. Then E natural, B flat and C up a step to F. And we've got A natural and E flat, G, B, and B flat and D. And then we've got this C minor chord, C, E flat and G. We come all the way up to F. Now, here's where things get a little crazy again. C and E flat. Third finger is gonna be playing B, tuck to A. So we're moving down chromatically. Third finger goes to F, and then up to B flat. So together, it's gonna sound like this. crazy. So just take a moment. B flat, 2 finger, 3 finger. Nailed it. And I actually think that part of the song deserves a little more time. So I'm gonna walk you through that. Just one measure, hands together once more, but on your own time, I recommend that you spend a few minutes just practicing that. In fact, practice that before you practice anything else, any other part of the song, because if you have that part nailed, everything else will feel like a dream. So going from measure 12, 2 and 3. So 2, 3. Now we're back on familiar territory. So here we go. We're gonna slight variation on this particular moment. So we're gonna be walking up into it. Let me just demonstrate with this hand. We're on G, and then we're gonna be playing A, B flat, C flat, which is the same note as B, B flat, C sharp, D, G, F, F. So smoothly, it sounds like that. And one more time. It's gonna take some practice, but when you get it, the left hand is consistent from what we've learned earlier. So here we're on that E flat chord. And again, we're walking up. There's that fancy way of getting to a C chord. Familiar territory here. Reaching up. And guess what? We're at the end of this arrangement, which is doing this really pretty chord pattern, and I just got distracted by talking and playing at the same time. So I'm gonna finish what I'm doing and then I'm going to talk you through it. So what's happening there is we're actually playing around with these notes. We've got G and E flat, and we're moving to a B flat, and then we're going all the way up to G, and then we're just repeating that. And you can use whatever fingers feel best for you. And then we land here, and then we play it up an octave, and then we play it down an octave. And best if you can have some dramatic hand movements in there, because that would make it feel more classical. So if we were to play the left hand, it's going to be playing E flat, B flat, B flat down the octave, E flat, B flat, down the octave. And then you got E flat and B flat, and then you play that an octave up, and then you play that an octave down. And so together, everybody goes up, and everybody goes down. And you just hang out there. So there's a walkthrough of our simplified arrangement of Nocturne in E flat. Now, by no stretch of the imagination is this an easy song to play, even in our simplified arrangement, but it is absolutely worth the time and the effort. And learning this is gonna help to set your hands and your ears up for success when it does come time for you to move on to the full arrangement. So I'm gonna play through the whole piece now. You can watch that, you can watch my hands, you can use it to kind of help guide your practices, but make sure you take advantage of the practice tool as well, because you'll be able to isolate those tricky sections and you can hear it played back. So use that. Most of all, happy practicing. So I'm gonna play it now. I'd love to hear from you in the comments what song you'd like us to teach you next, and I'll see you next time.